All right, welcome to part 5. This is yearbook training, and we actually have Krystle Donald with us. Krystle is going to be teaching chemistry in our Rutledge campus, and she also has extensive yearbook experience and has offered to coordinate the tandem yearbook this year. So I'm going to turn it over to Krystle so she can tell you hostesses what her vision is and how she needs you to come on board and help her out. So take it away, Krystle.
Okay, hey. So I'm Krystle. This is either my 9th or 10th year doing yearbook. I've been a part of a homeschool co-op, so I've just done yearbook every year for them, and I brought a couple with me to look at. I've only handled one yearbook every year, so handling 4 is new for me. And when I was talking to Christine, we were trying to figure out the best way to get everyone on the same page to get pictures to me, because that's going to be my biggest hurdle, is getting pictures from every campus, since I'm only going to be at the Rutledge campus. So I wanted to find out what works well for you all. I've always used Facebook. We have a co-op Facebook group just for our families, and so we would put pictures there. That was the easiest place for me to go and get the pictures and for it to save, and they would never be deleted. Some other options we have are Google Drive, Messenger, and we can even do email. I can create a separate email just for pictures if that's easier. But sometimes uploading a bunch of pictures at one time through email is difficult and takes forever to send. So I kind of want some feedback on, is there anyone not on Facebook or not comfortable on Facebook?
Not on Facebook.
Are you on Messenger?
Not really.
Okay, that's okay. Is anyone not familiar with Google? Google Drive, Google Photos?
Google Drive.
I've never done it, but I can.
Okay. Google Photos is also easy too if you have the Google Photos app, because you can select which photos you want, and then you can create a link and send just that album with me. I like Google Photos because in my phone it saves my pictures automatically. So if I know that we have school on Wednesdays, I can go in my phone and type in the exact date that we had school, and all those photos from that day will show up. So that way you're not like going through all your pictures saying, okay, where's this one, where's this one? You can go to the exact date where you took the picture without really having to think about it. So Google Photos is an option. Probably the best thing for me to do is to get everyone's email address, and if the majority is good with Facebook or the majority is good with Google, I can work with both of those for everyone. Do y'all have any questions about the yearbook?
I would just say Google Drive, just because everything else that they do school-wise is Google Drive.
Okay, so that's easy to
Yes.
navigate. I guess the hostesses and the teachers are going to be the biggest contributors for me, because the students won't have their phones and they're not going to be taking pictures during class. So I will get an email list of all the teachers as well, and I will probably send out quarterly emails like, hey, please remember to send me your pictures. It's whatever. This is what I tell my moms when I make yearbooks. This is y'all's yearbook. It's not my yearbook. This is for your family. Whatever you want it to be, I will make it for you. But in the back, I usually do between 300 and 400 photos on about 10 pages of like what a great year is kind of what I call this section. And I just, it's all of our pictures from campus, or whatever we did that year, field trips and class pictures. But all of these come from mamas. They don't come from me. So I really will need the teachers to snag pictures occasionally, and I don't know how, okay.
One of the things we've tried, and sometimes we're successful and other times wasn't, is if you could get a couple of volunteer moms who would come and like kind of rotate from class to class and take pictures, because really with our class time, the classes stay pretty full. And so the teachers themselves are not able to do it. So bringing in moms who will just snap pictures, and then they can share the link or whatever to get it to you. That is probably going to be the in-classroom best way to get the pictures.
That sounds great.
And then, y'all just snapping them if you do an ice cream social, make sure you take a couple of pictures, that kind of things, the different events. Or again, ask a mom, hey, we're doing this today, will you take pictures for us and stuff like that.
And for like special events like that, those are always fun to have. And like first day and last day, if you want your class together, grab a little picture at beginning of class. Sentimental pictures.
Well, the other ones that we had in the yearbooks I did that I should have brought, we tried to do tier pictures. Now, the tier pictures, I will say this, work better in the spring than they do in the fall. And the reason is because the kids haven't built the relationships yet. So that was really helpful, doing tier pictures. And then I don't know, are you going to want to do individual class pictures?
I
School
do.
pictures.
I do. And some years, so I try to make it as professional as possible. Some years we've had like outdoor backgrounds. Some years we have had just indoor backgrounds in the church. But there's always people that miss picture day. And they miss makeup picture day. So we have some people where parents just send their pictures from home, and it doesn't bother me. I tell the parents, if you're okay with it, this is your yearbook. Like, you get to keep this forever. It's not, I don't care what your child looks like in there. So I would like to coordinate, hey, if you have to line up in the hallway even,
I had backdrops.
Okay, that is perfect.
And we can schedule them and get them to different campuses.
So-
I have the backdrop, the whole
Okay.
9 yards, yeah.
And Christine mentioned that, and I am okay with scheduling something extra nice for seniors if we want to do. I don't know. Do they do cap and gown pictures outside of this?
We do cap and gown headshot, and then
Okay.
any other pictures they do on their own.
Okay.
And,
Then
and generally, I've been doing them,
okay.
and so I'll just make sure they all
That-
get to you.
okay, that would be
So you won't have
excellent.
to worry about seniors. We'll deal with seniors as part of senior
Mhm.
graduation.
Okay, that'll be perfect. And I guess I would just contact each hostess and say, is there someone, unless you want me to go to each community and line everyone up and do it, or say, hey, just take a class one by one and send me the pictures of your students.
Yes, I recommend delegating that out.
Okay.
Yes, and
Okay.
if the hostess can find a mom, preferably a mom teacher, but I know, Letitia, you don't have any of that.
No.
But, yeah, the next best thing is a mom who, well, you know your moms, and there's always those that are willing to help you, so.
And I also, not knowing the children faces with names, that will be another thing is hopefully from the teacher or the host or someone you can label at least the picture that you get and send me their name so I know who they are. Because sometimes that's even a challenge in my co-op is I have little kids. I have a big kid too, but my little kids, I am with the little kids, all the time. And so I love the big kids. I don't know. So that would be my next challenge is just getting a roster of everyone's name and then having some help saying, okay, this is who this is. So those are my biggest challenges, but.
So, in the past, we have done just one tandem yearbook.
Okay.
So, and you've broken it up by alliance.
Mhm.
So, hostesses and teachers who are here, do you prefer just a Ackworth specific yearbook or a all tandem yearbook?
I think the students would prefer a campus-specific one,
Okay.
because they don't know the students of the other campuses.
Okay, so it's gonna be incumbent on the hostess to get those pictures. Because Krystle will not have the ability to get pictures from any place other than Rutledge. So she's gonna be totally dependent on you guys.
And the other thing that will mean is we will need to talk about graduation. How we're gonna add graduation in if you've got 4 different ones and we've only got 1 graduation.
So, but does the price change if it's thicker or something like that?
It does, but relatively, how do you know about how many pages your
Mine was like 120.
Okay, mine's about 50, and but we have about 50 students, so we won't have 50 students at one just campus. So I assume it would be this size or smaller. And like I said, I have a lot of just community pictures. I may not have this many
Right.
with a smaller campus and not having so many moms take these pictures. So this averages before shipping and tax around $28 for a hardcover, and then I can also offer soft cover. They're a little more budget friendly. They're about $10 cheaper. So
Can I throw a wrench in? Because my senior last year knew a lot of seniors across the campuses because of the dual enrollment classes.
Right.
And so he appreciates seeing those pictures as well, just because he's gotten to know at least the seniors. So I don't know how you do that, and so it's going to have to be one way or the other.
Well,
But
yeah.
I'll just throw that out
Okay.
there that
That's something to
you know
consider,
some of the students, I guess especially the tier 3 and tier 4, have gotten to know and
That's true.
friends with the other
Yeah.
campuses. anyway,
Okay.
so-
When we originally talked,
about
I
it.
had already in my head 4 separate yearbooks. I didn't think about one combined. So I guess what I'll do is get everyone's email and kind of fill everyone out and get some really good advice from Miss Debbie.
Yeah, we can talk more.
Yeah. I think that's it. Is just getting everyone's. I'll make sure I come to you and get everyone's emails, and then we can communicate on how to stay in touch with it. And
You just send me what you want put out, and I'll send it out.
okay,
And then it'll go through GradeLink. We know everybody got it, and yeah, it's
perfect.
the easiest way.
Okay.
So,
All right. Thanks, guys.
all right, awesome. Thank you.